Day 4, December 4th.
So today is pretty much just a study day. This morning we each went to my house to eat our burrito from Trader Joe's. And then we went to the library. Well, we went to separate libraries. And then met up for a quick dinner snack thing.
What did we eat?
Our Trader Joe's food. Now we're going back to the library.
To the same library
that I was at, and we're just gonna study all night.
It's definitely one of the more normal days during finals of December.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of a way to incorporate some interesting footage. Maybe I'll show you guys my method for studying. That might be interesting, but it's also a really quiet library.
I saw that vlog yesterday. You filmed me sleeping. Didn't even know.
I did.
Hopefully we can find a seat. You guys will see how crowded it'll be.
Oh yeah, I'll record that. There are too many people and not enough seats at the library. It just shows you that they need to open up.
One of the downsides of USC.
Hello everyone. It is now 1:26 and Jacob just dropped me off at home from the library because we both decided to call it a night. Whoa, my lips are so chapped. I bite my lips sometimes when I study. I'm very like self-mutilizing. I used to like bite my fingers when I was like stressed and studying. Ew, this is disgusting. But I'm gonna shower and then vlog some more with some updates and just like, I think I'm gonna tell you guys how I am studying for my finals this year. So you guys will see me after I shower. Yummy, it smells so good. I probably shouldn't be eating naan at 2 in the morning because it's just carbs and I'm not doing anything but going to sleep after this. But I'm hungry. I'm talking kind of quietly because it's 2, but Zoe's actually awake, so I think the only other person in this house is Jacqueline because the other 2 roommates live like pretty close, so they're just kind of at home studying for finals because it's like the study period week now, starting like Monday basically. Like last week was the last day of classes and then the next 2 weeks are finals. So basically, I guess this is a good time to tell you guys how I've been studying for finals because I spent the entire day studying and that was actually like a very well needed thing. I haven't actually spent a ton of time studying. Like I've just been pretty busy with random things and just like the end of classes, and so I haven't gotten a lot of time to study, so I was glad that I got a big chunk today. Yeah, this is satisfying. Something that's important that is today is Jacob's birthday. It like always when I'm filming. It's on the 5th, which is like today technically because it's 2 a.m. So I didn't get to wish him a happy birthday on the vlog because when we went out to take a break, I brought my camera, but I left my SD card in my computer. So I'm trying to think of better ways to make tomorrow special for him since he does deserve it. He's like a very selfless person. So if you guys have any ideas or recommendations, leave those below. I got a gift, but I'm always looking to, you know, improve it. I'm really bad at gifts. But anyways, moving on to how I'm studying for my finals. This is probably the first semester that I'm not super stressed out for my finals because, as you guys know, I am taking 14 units. I've taken 16 and 18 units in the past. So I have, I think, 4 classes. PR, Holocaust, yeah, so I have 4 different classes and I have finals in all of them. 1 is a presentation, 1 is a project, and then 2 are just tests. But they're pretty well spread out. I guess I have 2 on Thursday, which isn't like ideal, but it's not a huge deal because they're in completely different subjects. One's in operations and then one's my PR presentation. And then the other 2 are due on Tuesday. I have a project for my media studies class, and then I have a test for my Holocaust GE. So that's pretty much what I'm preparing for in terms of like tests and projects. But since my operations final is before my Holocaust class, and I think I'm also doing better in my Holocaust class, and operations is like counting towards my major, I want to focus like more time studying for operations than I do on like kind of anything else right now. I want to focus most on operations because I think that I have the most potential to like get, you know, like with more studying I can get a significantly higher grade than like my other classes, where if like a little bit of studying doesn't really make a difference to my grade. Do you guys know what I mean? I've tried a lot of things before. Like I've tried my calendar method of like writing down when I should study. I think I did a main channel video on this. It was kind of like how to motivate yourself when you're not like feeling motivated, or how to study when you don't feel like it or something. I'll link it in the description box below. But I said that something that was really helpful to me was to take like a calendar that had like each day of the week, and then it was broken down into each hour of every day, like so from 7 a.m. to like 2 a.m. or something. And then my advice was to write what you needed to do during those times and then actually do it. So this is kind of similar. It's kind of like the opposite though. I'm trying to think of a way to like compare it, but it just really doesn't need to be compared. But it's like very similar to that. This is just a lot more flexible, and I kind of like this better as of right now. So I'll show you guys what I am doing to study for finals this time. This is something that I've been doing like just kind of subconsciously for the past like few weeks. I don't really know why I started doing this. Actually, I do. I was pulling an all-nighter and I needed to really balance my time between two different things. But something that I really tend to do when I'm studying is I tend to focus on the class that I like more, or that I think like is an easier class, because if you're like good at something, you just naturally like it better. So I kind of forced myself to split my time between the two by writing down how much time I was spending on each of them. And this really helps you gauge how long you're spending on each like subject, and it helps you see where you're putting your time, and also like if you're wasting a lot of time. Like if you look at this really closely, towards the end I start like getting way bigger gaps in between the times that I like am studying, whereas in the beginning I would go from subject to subject to subject, and it's just because I got like tired of studying and stuff. Something that's also notable to add on this little list schedule thing is a lot of the time chunks I put into 25 minutes. So I'll explain it in more detail, I guess. Sorry if this is hard to see, but okay. So I started with operations because remember, this is my most like important class, and I just wanted to get the ball rolling. And then I think I gave myself exactly 25 minutes for JS 211, which is my Holocaust class, and then 25 minutes for PR. And the reason why I did this is to just kind of get a gauge of each class and like how I'm feeling with each class, and like where I kind of am, kind of trying to see how much time exactly I needed for each of my classes. Like if I was really behind in operations, I would need to make sure that I studied it a lot more than the other classes, because that's my soonest test. So then I started really focusing in on operations, because obviously that's the thing that I need to focus on most. I think I went to go eat dinner between this break. This is just me reading an article that I need to read. This, clearly I did not want to spend a lot of time on this, so it was back to 25 minutes, but I'm still at least doing something for it. Like I actually got stuff done in that 25 minutes. Like you're just forcing yourself to work on it a little bit, and if you do this every day, then it'll just accumulate to something like that you may finish. So as you can see, operations I spent a lot of time on, and then my Holocaust class I spent a lot of time between my Holocaust and my operations class, but mostly like the majority of time I spent on my operations class. If I really didn't feel like doing anything, and this is just me starting, I would write down the time that I started and then write down like until 25 minutes later, and that was just literally me getting started and like forcing myself to start. And then once you get started, it's really not that bad. For me, I was really avoiding my operations because I was like, oh, I have to do all of these practice things, I have to learn content, like a bunch of lectures that I just didn't pay attention, and so it was like really like a big chunk of stuff that I had to do. But this really helps you break it down and then realize like kind of where you are. And I realized that I'm actually I think I'm like very on track for operations. So yeah, that's basically what I'm doing to study for finals and like kind of keeping myself on track. The thing about this is that it doesn't guarantee that I'm like finishing anything in a particular day, but like if I think about it, sometimes I don't finish things anyways, even if I like tell myself that I should need to, sometimes it really just doesn't happen. It's kind of nicer to look at than a to-do list. It's like, oh, this is what I've done, and like this is how many hours I've studied. I feel very accomplished right now, and I usually don't after I study, even for like a long day like today. And I think it's because I kind of wrote down my accomplishments of like what I did instead of like having a to-do list of what I need to do. And that's just like, if you don't finish that to-do list, it's kind of just looming over your head. So I feel pretty good. And then you can kind of look at this afterwards and see like where you are just naturally putting your time. Like I can see that I'm really not spending that much time on PR, and that's also due on Thursday, so I probably should spend a lot more time. Like I need to up that amount of time. But it's nice because I was just able to track like exactly what I did today. So cool things. I like this method. I don't really know where I got it from, but it seems to be working for me as of right now. So if you guys try it out and it works for you, or you guys like think it's really stupid, let me know in the comments below. I'd be super curious. Yeah, I really don't have anything else. I'm gonna eat my naan and go to sleep real full and happy, and I'm excited to start another day of studying, but also for Jacob's birthday, because that's also very important. So I need to do more for that, I guess. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this was mildly interesting or helpful, but there are some really fun days coming up. We have Jacob's birthday tomorrow. On the 8th is our 1-year anniversary, and we're trying to go to Disneyland sometime before the break ends, because we had a 3-day park hopper pass and it expires like by the end of this year, so we need to use it before or else it'll just go to waste. So we're trying to figure out a day for that, but it'll definitely be someday during Vlogmas, so that should be fun. And then I leave to Korea on the 13th with Callie and my mom and my brother and maybe my dad. I don't really know if he's coming yet. My mom should let me know. Everyone go wish Jacob a happy birthday on his Instagram. It's in it Jacoboa. I'll leave it in the description box below, but go like say hi and wish him a happy birthday for me.